Hello, we're Sports and Touring. My name is Tim. We're Jaguar F-Type specialists, and it is my great pleasure to show you this beautiful 2015 V6 Coupe in Salsa Red with black pack and with fewer than 10,000 miles on the odometer. Jaguar, an iconic British brand, a brand built on a rich legacy of motorsport, of performance, of fine engineering, of speed and of fabulous aesthetics. Good-looking cars which drive, handle and perform as well as their appearance suggests that they should. And then at the epitome of the C, D and E-type family we find the F-Type. And in particular we find this example, and what a pleasure it is to have it here in bright salsa red with black pack and panoramic roof, which gives us this beautiful coloured accent between roof and windows. And of course the black pack with the black grills and detail with these beautiful 19-inch propeller alloy wheels, which are, by the way, in perfect condition and clad in the correct Pirelli P0 tyres. This is a stunning looking example. And it's a car which has been very well looked after. It's not been a daily driver, it's been a weekend pleasure, and I'm sure used for the odd trip here and there. But with fewer than 10,000 miles behind it, it is potentially an appreciating modern classic in years to come. Or you could simply drive it and enjoy it. Let's take a look inside. The car comes, of course, with 2 remote key fobs, but amongst the many features is the keyless entry system. So press the button, the door handle deploys, the power fold mirrors move into position, and we can take a look in this beautiful cockpit. Everything is in very fine order indeed. A beautiful, I dare say, factory condition door card with the full 12-way memory seat option. Tread plates which are completely unblemished, and a beautiful interior with these gorgeous leather seats, console, dashboard, carpets and mats, all in excellent order. And above it, the panoramic roof with, of course, a sliding screen for days when it gets too hot. Sitting down into the F-Type is a great experience, this beautiful cockpit. The neat but very well designed instrument binnacle there with speedometer and rev counter, the infotainment system, centre console controls and so forth add up to a beautiful package to sit amongst. Engine starting, of course, is on the button here. We get a little flying display from the instrument panel, and the centre console vent rises up into position, like so. Looking around the cockpit, there's a handy stowage between the 2 headrests. Another stowage here under the armrest with the SD card for the navigation system, 12-volt supply, USB socket and auxiliary in for the audio system as well. 2 cup holders. The centre console with buttons for eco start stop, for the deployable spoiler, electronic parking brake, traction control off, and the switched active sports exhaust as well. Then we've got the beautiful shift stick, this gorgeous piece of design which falls so easily into the hand. It's a beautiful thing to hold and touch, with a trigger at the front so that we can select the different modes. We go into drive there like so, and then moving the stick sideways puts us into sport mode, and we can then shift up and down using the stick itself. And next to the gear stick we've got the driving mode selector. So if we move that rearwards, we go into dynamic mode. The instrument binnacle turns red to tell you you're now in full-throated tutti-frutti mode, as I describe it, and we can go back into normal, or as I say, vanilla mode with another push of that button. And then we have ice, rain and snow mode too, for challenging conditions on the roads. In front of all of that, we've got the climate control, including the heated front windscreen and dual zone climate as well, so you and your passenger can select your own temperatures to suit. And then the infotainment system, very fully featured with DAB, FM and AM radio, Bluetooth telephony, satellite navigation of course, a whole range of functions, very much in keeping with up-to-date motoring practice. The steering wheel, well, we've got infotainment and audio controls on the left with the Bluetooth telephone button as well, cruise control and speed limiter over on the right. The flappy paddles, of course, which enable you to take manual control of the 8-speed gearbox whenever you wish to. And we've got automatic lights on the left and rain-sensitive wipers on the right. It's a great place to sit, and that's before you start moving and before you experience what it is to drive an F-Type. Such an engaging car, a car where I really feel in touch with the road. And then I'd like to point out just the condition of this cockpit. It really is impeccable. It has been so well looked after. It's unblemished. It is looking almost exactly as it left the factory the day the car was built, and a real credit to the previous owners. We'll switch the engine off and take a look in the boot. Another of the very desirable features on this F-Type is the powered tailgate. So with a push of the button on the remote, or indeed the button under the rear spoiler there, we can open the boot and see plenty of space. Space which extends right out behind the rear wheel arches and means that so long as you don't pack hard-sided suitcases, you've got plenty of room here for bags for a good long time away. Friends of mine have been away for 6 weeks recently touring Europe in their F-Type without any difficulty at all. And it's a space which also you can go onto the Facebook forums and so on and see people with 2 sets of golf clubs in there, for example. So if golf is your thing, the F-Type is a practical coupe for you. Again, powered tailgate closing is very simple. Press the button there and it powers down and then latches, like so, into position. The passenger side of the door, again, is just as impressive as the driver's side. A perfect door card. A seat which has very seldom been occupied, I'm sure. Oh, and by the way, there are the red seat belts as well, another extra cost option, which looks so good on this Salsa Red car. And dashboard, center console and so forth, all just as they should be. Under the bonnet, and there is Jaguar's supercharged V6 engine in this F-Type, producing 340 horsepower, and that takes this car from 0 to 60 in just 5.1 seconds and on to a top speed of 161 miles per hour. Service history, by the way, despite fewer than 10,000 miles on the odometer, this car has already had 6 main dealer services and will be treated to another main dealer service ready for its next keeper. It's in fabulous order. As you can see, the engine compartment is absolutely as it should be. Very clean, very correct, and in fact reflecting the condition of the whole of the rest of this beautiful F-Type. So thank you very much indeed for watching. It's been a great pleasure to show you this beautiful F-Type. We're Sports and Touring. We're just outside Andover in Hampshire. We're open 7 days a week by appointment only. You're very welcome to email, telephone or WhatsApp with any inquiries, or if you'd like to arrange to see the car either in person or by video call. If you've got a vehicle to dispose of, we'll give you frank and honest advice about the best way to achieve the maximum value with the minimum inconvenience. And if you'd like to chat about finance, we can do that as well. We're authorised and regulated by the FCA. Do please take a few moments to read our reviews on Auto Trader. We're very proud indeed of our achievements there, and I do look forward to hearing from you very soon.